Must be hard going through Grandma Cathy's stuff. Anything you want. It's yours. Okay?
For my beloved Monica to read when I'm gone. Love, Grandma Cathy.
What is this? Joe?
Everything changed the year I met Joe. It was 1963, and America was on the brink of change. Vietnam was heating up, and the nation marched on Washington. Schools were integrating. The Beatles had landed. Oh, we had credit cards and color TVs and a new doll named Barbie. But while the times were a-changin', nobody knew just how quickly they could change. And nowhere was that more true than Attaway. My family had lived in Attaway ever since my great-great-grandfather opened the first auto plant in 1897. By the time I was born, we owned half the town and employed most of it. We were the Fitzroys, unofficial royalty, which of course made me the princess locked away in her tower. I had everything and knew nothing. Well, next to nothing. What I had learned was how little I knew about those closest to me, and how little I knew about myself. My brother Henry had just left for military school, and my parents turned all their attention on me.
Is that what you're wearing, dear? Ray, you're not bringing your Willie Mae's ball to school.
The guys want to see it, Mom.
The guys?
We're gonna play after school. Don't flip your wig.
Excuse me?
Don't have a conniption?
Ray, I understand the sentiment, but I simply cannot understand where you learned to speak that way into your dear, loving mother. Oh, it's all those movies, isn't it? Pick it up.
Sorry, my mom.
Hop in, babe.
Neat blouse. Kath, we need to talk about training. Donna said there's some fab grade 8s we need to look out for. Maybe we can...
Joe, on the other hand, was from a different Attaway altogether.
Joe, you're gonna be late.
Joe's family had been in Attaway almost as long as mine, but our circles rarely overlapped.
Have you seen my book?
Morning, Joe.
He's still coming today, right?
Don't get your hopes up, kiddo. Your Uncle Bobby never stays long.
Sure. Better to be hopeless. Where's Junior?
He's opening the diner. He's gonna start working morning shifts before school.
I still don't see why I can't help out. I've got nothing but time. Plus, I'm way stronger than he is.
We may not be the fanciest family in Attaway, but I'm not so poor as I have to send my daughter to work. You just stay out of trouble. That's a full-time job.
It's what, 8 a.m. and that skag's already reading.
Who? Joe?
Yes.
Ew.
Watch this.
Lawrence, don't.
Hey, Joe! Hey, wait up. Let me help you. Oh, golly.
What's your problem?
Welcome back to school.
Guys, that wasn't very nice.
It's just Joe Chambers.
We need a boy on the Phoenix Fest committee. I mean, 20 girls can handle the decorating, but not the heavy lifting.
What about him? I'd certainly like to see him lifting weights.
Babe, where's your pin?
Oh, right, my pin.
Yeah, my varsity pin. The pin that lets everyone know that we're going steady and that you're my girl.
Sorry, my mom made me change outfits at the last minute. I promise.
Let's get to class, girls.
Hey, Joe, you got a little something on your shirt.
Whoa. My office, Miss Chambers. Class ladies now. I wanted this year to be different, Joe. A fresh start, a clean slate. And then you come in on the first day, literally covered in mud.
You think I planned this?
You never do, Joe.
Can I go?
Not so fast. Somehow, your schedule's already cockeyed. You are signed up for shop. Maybe they confused your name.
No, I wanted it that way. You can't make me sit through home ec. Sewing, cooking, it's a violation of my fundamental rights.
Joe, is this about what happened to your mother? Because I've been assured by the committee.
It has nothing to do with her.
Well, if you ever want to talk about it, Nurse Hagelman is just down the hall. Now, we can't have you going to class all covered in mud.
Today's complex equation, as you can see on the board, is actually linear algebra. What we will be doing today.
How about we get a shake at the diner tonight?
Can't. Gotta get started on festival planning. Don't get all clanked.
And don't you be a wet rat. We're supposed to be going somewhere.
Continuing on. Of the coordinate plane, you can simply find the average values of the respective coordinates to indicate. Look at example 6.
What are you looking at?
You reckon we have a chance of beating Millwood this year?
Reckon? I'm certain of it. With me starting at point guard, of course.
Oh, did Coach already give you the position?
Well, not officially, but unless he wants a visit from my father, he'll toe the line.
Quite a shot, Junior. Are you going out for the team this year?
Nah, I started working the counter at the diner after school.
Did you see that? What an arm.
Don't get all hot and bothered. Beginner's luck.
You know there's a new flick playing at the Millwood Passion Pit. Pick me up after work?
Sorry, Alice. We don't close until late.
Well, maybe later I'll be craving a strawberry shake.
Political statement?
Big puddle, mud, Alice.
That girl's a heel. You know, I checked. I don't think she's once checked out a book. I'm not even sure she can read.
Speaking of, do you have an extra copy?
Also, Alice, I think somebody checked out the last copy this morning.
Who?
Unknown quantity. Check the card catalog.
Well, boys, welcome to Auto Shop. First up, some safety rules and regulations. I don't want to lose any fingers this year.
How is Jeremy?
If Lawrence were my guy, I'd keep my pin on 24/7.
Welcome to Home Economics, where girls become ladies. ladies. Proper ladies. Are we missing a lady?
Ratchets and wrenches. That's how you build a fine automobile. Builds fine young men, too. Now.
Far out.
Yeah. Equal rights. Super far out.
What was that?
Nothing.
Who are you?
Joseph.
Attaway is hosting its first ever Phoenix Fest. Kathy Fitzroy, would you like to enlighten your classmates?
It's going to be like homecoming, but because of the fire, we wanted to do something different this year.
Kathy, as social chair, has enlisted our help with decorations. A perfect marriage, pun intended, with our syllabus. For every housewife must be a consummate host.
Oh, which reminds me, there's going to be plenty of heavy lifting, so we need someone to chop the wood and build the stage.
Oh, why don't you see if Mr. Richards can part with one of his strapping young men?
I can already use a hand, circle, and jigsaw. Plus, I can use any one of these wrenches.
No, whoa there, little lady.
I just want to learn a useful skill, like how to build a car or a Winnebago, which could technically be considered homemaking, so.
Excuse me? I was wondering if I could borrow somebody for the build for Phoenix Fest.
I think I've got the perfect volunteer for you. What do you say, Joseph?
We could really use your help. You're probably the only girl in the Attaway that's ever even held a hammer.
That's what I've been trying to explain to everyone.
So then you'll do it?
Absolutely not.
Is this about your mother? Because if it is, then I assure you
it has nothing to do with her. I don't need to plan an event I won't attend.
Very well. There are several ways to fold a dinner napkin, which is the building block for any worthwhile soiree.
Oh, some things never change.
Brat! I asked you to check the freezer before you left. You ruined 40 pounds of ground beef.
You call that beef?
Get out, you're fired.
Fine by me.
Welcome to Attaway Diner. Choose any.
Hey, Tommy.
Hey, can I play?
Stop.
Seriously, babe?
Let me out. You can't be for real. I'll call you later.
Have it your way.
Good luck with that four-eyed sweat hog. And come in peace.
Forgive me if I don't believe you.
Have you thought any more about the Phoenix Fest committee?
No.
Can you just promise to think about it, please?
I can't, okay? Plus, my Uncle Bob is coming to town. I mean, at least he's supposed to.
Gosh. Can you even imagine living here? Yes, unfortunately. Come on, I'll give you the grand tour. Mom, Ray. Shall we?
I guess we shall. You said I could play.
We meant in 10 minutes.
You said we meant in 10 minutes. 10 minutes ago. Don't you want to see my signed ball?
Cut the gas, kid. You don't have a signed ball.
Yeah, from his one against the Phillies last May. My dad took me.
My dad took me. Looks like a phony to me.
But it's real.
In that case, we'll keep it.
When you're young, you're focused on the here and now, on a math assignment or the school dance. So when the truth comes out, it can take you totally by surprise.
What's a good theme that hasn't been done a million times? You're reading To Kill a Mockingbird too? Just finished it last week. Actually, you remind me of Scout. Too bad my copy's ruined for good. Take it. My friends did a number on yours. I'll just get a copy at the library. Why are they your friends? I know Alice can be tough, but she's one of my oldest friends. She's loyal. If you say so. She's tough like you. Honestly, I bet you two would get along. Fat chance. Anyway, I should probably go see if Uncle Bobby turned up at the diner. That's just where Alice will be. We should go together to surprise her.
Seriously, I gotta get home. I wasn't even supposed to take it out of the house.
Watch this.
No, 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 no!
Just went over the fence, kid. Relax.
But that's the old Alvarez place.
Did you see Lawrence's Mustang in the lot? Wonder where he got off to.
Excuse me, kids, do you know where I can find a pint-sized girl about, like, yay tall, nose in a book?
Uncle
Hey,
Bobby! Dad said you wouldn't come, but I knew it. I knew it.
Thank you for not losing faith in me.
Hey, settle down over there, huh? You got customers.
Hey, sis. Look what Uncle Bobby brought me from San Francisco.
What'd you get me?
Oh, just a little something.
It's perfect.
Yeah? Yeah? So what's, this is...
This is Alice.
Wait, Kath.
It's not what it looks like.
How could you?
Oh! Oh!
You?
Hey, Alice. You have something on your shirt. Come on, let's go.
We could never have guessed how our lives would change after that day. But once Joe was in my life, nothing would ever be the same.
Oh, dear, you've barely boxed a thing. What's that?
Nothing. Just some old school books.
Okay, hurry up.
The Attaway fire was a story burned into the very fabric of our town. Those who could remember that day would never forget it, and those who couldn't had spent their whole lives hearing about it.
Hey, kiddo.
Why are you looking at that?
Your mom. She was always so beautiful. Just like you.
Dinner.
Oh, okay.
Lawrence called the house 3 times today.
Well, then he should know I don't want to be bothered.
Ah, a lover's quarrel. Do I need to knock some sense in old Larry?
You know Lawrence's family is helping us with the hotel. We break ground next week.
Well, if it's money you're concerned with, then by all means.
Don't be crass, young lady. What has come over you?
Just stressed about the Phoenix Fest.
Have they settled on a theme?
They didn't go for my idea. Eternal flame.
Jeez, Joe.
What? They said they wanted different.
I don't like you working on this. I think I'll talk to your teachers and explain what happened.
Whatever happened to Frances Chambers? Joe's mom?
Pardon me?
Joe Chambers. She's on the committee with me? Her mom died in the fire, right?
It's not a happy business, Catherine.
Just curious.
Well, you know what they say about curiosity. It killed the cat. There's not much to the story. The rubber factory over on High Street caught fire, went up in minutes, and well, Frances was one of the unlucky ones. Her and that Looney Tune, excuse me, Jane Hovack.
Lenny Alvarez did it, right?
Sure did, Raymond. Sure did. Lenny was in charge of one of the assembly lines. He screwed end caps on the carburetors for all I know. Something screwy. Anyway,
He was an incorrigible drunk.
he dropped a lit cigarette and, well, I'm told anyway. Just awful.
Let's say a prayer.
I think it's a swell idea, Joe on the committee. Come on, our girl could use a little more school spirit.
Talking about school spirit, can I try out for the basketball team?
What about your job at the diner? Fred just quit. I need your help.
I can cover junior shift tomorrow.
You could?
Yeah, happy to. Let him try out.
What if you make the team? Who's gonna cover your shifts then?
I'll do it.
What about when he leaves? Again?
I'm not gonna leave.
That's what you said the last time.
What about Warhol?
Huh?
The theme for your dance. Warhol, pop art. Look, I saw an exhibit of his screen prints in San Francisco. Perfect for something like this.
Screen prints?
Okay, so you blow up a photo, and then you reprint it a few times, and then the new image becomes a work of art itself. I mean, Phoenix Fest, it's all about rebirth, right? Rising from the ashes, taking the old and imbuing it with something new. That's pop art. You see what I mean?
Thanks, Uncle Bobby, but I'm still set on eternal flame.
Of all the gingerbreads in all the world, she walks into mine. Who is this ravishing beauty?
Beat it, Ray. Joe's not interested.
Why can't this be the beginning of a beautiful friendship?
Get ready for school, Ray.
Are you quoting Casablanca?
Mom, Ray's being weird.
I'm going. I'll always have parents.
Out! Sorry, my brother just discovered the movies.
As long as he doesn't watch Psycho.
Who's your friend, dear? I think I taught you better than to not introduce a guest.
Sorry. Joe, this is Mother. Mother, this is Joe.
Chambers, yes? Francis's daughter? Kathy said you were on the committee together. She didn't say you were friends. I went to school with your mother. It was just a terrible tragedy.
Mom, please stop.
Don't interrupt, dear. It's unspeakably rude. You probably don't even remember it, do you? The fire. That day. The spitting image. You girls go on to school now. Splitting headache all of a sudden.
Did you see Ed Sullivan last night?
Well, I mean, it is about the only thing my dad and Uncle Bobby agree on.
Do you think anyone knows about Alice and Lawrence?
What gives you that idea?
A night in Hollywood?
A night in Paris.
A night in Rome. We need something fresh. Something no one's seen before.
Middle-earth? You know, from Lord of the Rings.
My vote's for Middle-earth. I'd love to dress up as an orc.
I'd go as Galadriel.
What about pop art?
Pop what?
You know, Andy Warhol. Campbell's soup cans.
I love chicken noodle. Is that what you mean, Joe? Just plain soup cans?
No, see, Andy Warhol's a famous artist. He blows up photos and then prints them in different colors. It's like a new way of making art. Maybe it's a dumb idea, never mind.
No, it's brilliant. We can find old photos and give them new life. It's perfect, I swear, Joe. You're a genius. Where do you come up with this stuff?
Sometimes ideas just fall into your lap.
Hey, you can't outrun me. I've beaten you in every fun run since the first grade. I just wanted to apologize.
Oh, I am so sorry. I played tonsil tennis with my best friend's boyfriend. I just slipped and fell right into his mouth. Sorry, I'll skedaddle.
Let me explain.
This should be interesting.
All summer, you never wanted to hang around with me. Or Lawrence. You just haven't been the same.
Maybe I've grown up. You should try it.
So what, you're just gonna pal around with Joe Chambers?
Hey! Seeing as she isn't going behind my back with my boyfriend, I'd say that's a point in her favor.
Kathy, you have to forgive Alice.
Actually, I don't.
I know she's really sorry.
Plus, you and Lawrence are perfect together.
You can't blame him.
Why not?
Boys will be boys.
Actually, I have better things to do.
You can't leave, Kathy.
Watch me.
Howdy, I'm here for tryouts.
Yeah, sure thing, Junior.
Decided to warm the bench after all, huh?
I'm going out for point guard, actually.
Oh. I thought you had to flip burgers with Daddy. Make a few extra nickels.
Did you want him? I heard you lost a dime.
It's all for attention. Kathy will be back in my Mustang within the week. I'm in the back seat in two.
Get a move on, men.
Kathy Fitzroy, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm wondering if you have any archives from the fire 10 years ago. Photos, maybe, from the Attaway Times?
We wouldn't want to get that pretty blouse dusty now, would we?
It's for Phoenix Fest. The other girls want the theme to be under the sea, but Joe and I have a better idea.
Joe Chambers?
Yeah. Joe and I are friends.
Oh, well, in that case...
Watch the pitch!
Stand your man, Larry. Oh, hey, knock it off.
What the heck, Lawrence?
Here you go.
It was just like my father said, a fire at the factory. The building was burned beyond recognition and so many injured, and 2 women dead. And 1 man to blame for all of it.
Did you see what he did?
Finding anything of use?
Just mostly old headlines. Nothing like Campbell's soup.
Like what?
Doesn't matter. Just had something different in mind.
Well, that's the nice thing about being a Fitzroy. Ask, and ye shall receive.
How can I make these bigger?
Come with me.
Hey, knock it off, boys. Look. Everybody hit the showers. Results will be posted tomorrow.
Boo! You scared me. What are you still doing here? Waiting for Junior to finish tryouts. What are you still doing here? I am Attaway's new Andy Warhol. What is that?
Old photographs on High Street from right after the fire.
This can't be from after the fire. It's impossible.
What do you mean? There was ash and smoke in the air. It's clearly right after the fire.
No, but the woman. She never made it out alive. She died in the fire.
How would you know?
Because that woman, she's my mother.
Everyone knew the story of the fire. In a small town like Attaway, everyone pretty much knew everything about everyone. And yet it was remarkable how much could remain hidden in plain sight.
You know, this place could use a little freshening up.
Is that right?
Yeah, you know, the curtains, the counter, it's all just a bit 50s.
Well, if anyone would know, it's a man who's barely been here since 1950.
Wouldn't take much. Some new upholstery, fresh coat of paint, and...
Who's gonna pay for it, Bobby? You?
If you'll excuse me, I have a customer. Hi! Welcome to 1953. May I help you?
Just some toast and a coffee to go, please.
For a grown boy like you, why not try our triple stack silver dollar pancakes? Or our old mama omelet?
Just the toast to go, sir.
Hey, you look a lot like somebody I used to know.
Well, I'm new to town, so.
Huh. All right, one omelet coming up on the house.
Hey, babe. I've been doing some thinking.
How refreshing that must be for you.
I deserve that. But look, the Fitzroys and DuPonts go back generations. Now we're in business together. So, what can I do to make it right?
You don't have to do anything, Lawrence. Because even if you did everything, I still wouldn't take you back.
But...
No buts. We're done. We're good. Oh, and you can have this back.
Hey, congrats, man. Scram.
No. There must be a mistake.
Yeah.
There's probably a perfectly logical explanation for this.
Such as? Exactly.
Look, maybe it's not even your mom. I mean, the picture's really blurry.
It's my mom, Kathy.
You know him?
Yeah. I mean, no. I just see him everywhere. Do you think he's trying to kill me?
He probably just likes you, Joe.
So he wants me to kill him.
Eyes up front, ladies. This is of utmost importance. Every young lady worth her salt must know how to make a pineapple upside down cake. First, the proper pan.
Beef stroganoff again.
Larry, I heard what happened with Kathy. You know we're in this together, right? And I think I know just the thing to get her back. I mean, if that's what you want.
Beef stroganoff. Again.
What's wrong with the beef stroganoff?
Is that an Omama omelet?
Yeah?
So you are stalking me.
Me?
Yes, you. You look at me like I'm a ghost. I see you everywhere.
What, no. I think there's a miss... Okay.
Hey, do you know where my sis is?
She's in line for food.
I'm Junior, by the way.
I'm Catherine. My friends call me Kathy.
So, which should I call you?
I see you two have met.
Hey, don't give me grief, sis. Can you tell Pop and Bobby I have practice after school? Nice to meet you, Kathy.
Seriously? Didn't you just break up with your boyfriend?
What? No, I mean, I was trying to... Has he seen the picture yet?
Gosh, no. Junior does not like talking about my mom.
What the... Have you ever skipped school before?
Sure I have. Have you?
There's a first time for everything. Come on, I have a plan.
I thought we talked about this. No paint.
It's just a swatch.
don't know what a swatch is, but I know exactly where you can shove it.
This diner has been in my family for generations, which just means I want the best for it. And if I decide to paint, I'll pay.
Yeah, you pay for a bucket of paint. You get halfway down the wall, and then you'll disappear for 2 years.
Look, Tommy, I love it here. I always have, ever since I was little and my dad used to sit Frances and me at that counter. She used to babysit me here, you know?
If only you hadn't been at the counter that day.
Okay, let me get this straight. You ditched your first day of school, and now you want to break into Lenny Alvarez's house.
Don't you want answers, Joe? Lenny went to jail for starting the fire, and if your mom's still alive, then there has to be more to the story.
What if he's home?
We just wait till he leaves. Besides, since when are you the scaredy cat, Chambers?
Whoa, I am not scared one bit.
Good, because we're here.
Yoo-hoo! Mr. Principal!
What is it, Alice?
Fresh from the oven. Say, I noticed that Kathy and Joe weren't in math class this afternoon.
Is it that stomach bug going around?
Well, I hate to be a snitch, but a few of the girls noticed that Kathy and Joe were sneaking off school grounds. And it worries me sick to think of them all alone in the world.
It's locked. Now what?
Moment of truth, Fitzroy. Still time to turn around.
Stop.
2 dirty plates?
Wife?
Doubt it. I mean, Lenny's wife and kid left him after the fire. Close him, right?
What's an old man doing with this?
Spooky. Come on, let's go.
Come on, Joe. He could be back any minute. What is it?
Looks like a floor plan for a really old building.
Is it?
The rubber factory. What is it?
I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't know. I promise. What was that? Oh no.
Reaching out. Now. Go. Sorry, I just tripped.
Attaway Diner, how may I help you? Principal Hurley, hi. No, it's not Thomas. It's Bobby. I'm fine, thank you. Cutting school, you say? Well, you know, Thomas isn't in right now. So, but I will make sure that he gets the message. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, who was that?
Nobody. Wrong number.
What do you make of it all? The blueprint, the flyer, extra seat at the table?
Well, what if Lenny didn't act alone all those years ago? What if he's
Plotting something new?
for Phoenix Fest?
Cathy Fitzroy, is that you?
Listen, next week's my family's annual garden party. Come. We'll sneak into my dad's office and see what turns up.
Young lady?
How was your day off, dear?
We hope it was a doozy, because you are officially grounded from here until junior year. Up.
Trying a new bolognese for the diner. Something fresh.
So, how was school today, sport?
Oh. You know, the usual.
Yeah, stuck in class all day.
Wow. This is like some really great sauce, Dad.
Thanks, Joe.
How was school today?
Fine.
If anyone's giving you a hard
No
time...
one's giving me a hard time, Lenny. No one even knows who I am. Yet.
You can call me Dad, you know.
The party starts in 15 minutes. He keeps everything in here.
These are all from the last few years. Nothing about the factory.
What are you doing?
Haven't you read Nancy Drew? People always hide things in books.
Honey, is my watch in there?
Sugar! Sugar, sugar, sugar.
Did you check your office, dear?
Whoa, now ladies, why the rush?
Sorry, Dad. I forgot my pearls.
And she forgot her... everything?
She's borrowing one of my dresses.
Coming. Fitzroys don't run.
Oh! It isn't the St. Clair's.
Virginia, you're a vision.
Oh, well, thank you, dear. Enjoy. Thank you so much for coming.
Come on, follow me.
Look wonderful.
Thank you.
I look like a misplaced doll.
Sure. My heart hasn't felt a loss like this before. But then again, my heart didn't feel until I met you.
What's that?
The letter we found in my dad's office. We both know our love is wrong, but understand this love is the only right I've ever felt. Love, FH.
Who's it to?
My mother, I guess, but Sure isn't my father's handwriting.
Wait, so who's FH? An old beau?
My parents have been married 17 years. And this is dated 1953.
I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding.
The letter fell out of her copy of Madame Bovary. My mother acts like she's so perfect. What a hypocrite.
Kathy, we have guests.
Coming, Mother! So, what are we gonna do?
FH is clearly someone close to my mom. Maybe even to both my parents. Which means he'll be here at the party.
So you want to
find FH. Just one day of investigating my mother, then I promise we'll go back to finding yours. Your name?
Froman. Harold Froman.
Hey, Jeff.
Kathy, there are over 150 people on this list.
How about
Fred Holstein?
She doth teach the torches to burn bright. When did my Catherine Hepburn become an Audrey?
Leave.
Hey.
Joe, I forgot to tell you. Please don't kill me.
What is he doing here?
I sort of invited him.
Why?
He always looks so lonely, and he's new to town.
Thank you again for inviting me.
Joe and I are both so glad to have you. And there should be other kids from school here, too.
Who invited the Horribles?
Oh. Lawrence, I am thrilled you could make it. And Alice, I haven't seen you in ages, dear.
It is my pleasure to be here, Mrs. Fitzroy. We are so excited to hear about Attaway's newest hotel.
Most expensive hotel. My parents say it'll come in over $1 million.
Fabulous. Kathy, aren't you going to greet your friends? Excuse me. What was that?
Let me go!
It's that Chambers girl. She's a bad influence.
It's not her. It's me.
Virginia. Mrs. Holloway.
You have to admit, Kennedy has the bluest eyes.
Blue eyes is hardly a qualification for president.
Well, we can all agree that Nixon would have made a terrific president.
Brave of you to come here.
Well, there's actually something I wanted to talk to you about.
Well, you should know I don't go on dates with boys.
Well, it's a good thing I wasn't asking you out on one. Look, there's actually something else I came here to tell you.
Joe, you two come with me. I have an idea.
Wait, what are we doing?
Just follow me.
What is all this?
We're looking for Mr. Fred Holstein.
What's he to you?
Just a friend of my mother's.
Oh, found him.
Let's go.
Everyone, gather, gather, gather. I would like to propose a toast. Today marks the 50th annual Fitzroy Garden Party. Thank you.
And while we always enjoy opening our doors to the town, we are honored to announce with our partners, the DuPonts, we have broken ground on an exciting project, a brand spanking new hotel. Now, I know what you're all thinking, another huge Attaway building sporting the Fitzroy name. Not so. No, because Attaway is a place of inclusion and equity. And because the Fitzroys are nothing if not magnanimous, we decided to share the glory. Please, a round of applause for the Hotel DuPont. Notice the birds. So, With this, I say, mange, mange, bon appetit, vamos el comer. Let's eat.
Enjoy.
Showtime.
Thank you.
Sir, can you pass me the dressing?
Oh, of course.
So are you from around these parts?
I'm from Attaway, born and raised.
So then you must have known my parents for quite some time.
Since Virginia and I were tots. You know, she'd probably kill me if I told you this. But I once accompanied your mom to the spring fling.
So you were in love?
Only dear friends, and shortly after I met the love of my life, my wife Abigail.
Ginny!
Oh, Franklin Hoover. Darling, is it really you?
How many FHs could there possibly be in one town?
Is this what it takes to get your attention?
Where are you rushing off to?
This isn't basketball. You can't block out your ex-girlfriend.
Shut it, Chambers. This is between the adults.
Don't talk to her like that.
Catherine, I certainly didn't raise you to behave like this.
You're right. You raised me to be an obedient housewife. But then again, how obedient is yours?
What is that supposed to mean?
What on earth is going on here? And why is Kathy all a mess? Come inside right now and change.
No. I quit!
You quit what, Kathy? Wearing clean clothes?
I quit me. I quit you. I quit all of this! Everyone give a round of applause for the biggest phony in Attaway, Virginia Fitzroy.
That was the last of the Fitzroy garden parties.
Dessert is served.
My parents didn't want to celebrate the day I embarrassed them in front of everyone they knew, but I still celebrate it. My Independence Day.
Joe! I knew it was a good idea.
We gotta get going soon, sweetie. You've got school tomorrow.
Okay, Mom. Hey, did Grandma Kathy ever talk about the garden party?
The garden party? No. Your grandmother hated fancy functions. Why?
Oh, no reason.
Okay, 10 minutes.
Joe and I should have known that when you bring back ghosts, somebody's bound to get spooked.
Alan.
Thanks for the coffee. I Fall asleep watching Johnny Carson, huh?
Yeah, well, there you go.
I'm coming, Junior. I forgot my lunch.
What is this?
Why were you going through my stuff?
I thought it was a school project. Hey, but this... It looks
like Mom. Because it is Mom. From after the fire.
What are you trying to say? Joe, your mother is not alive.
How would you know? You thought she died in the fire.
And what, after all these years, she never wanted to reach out?
Maybe she was in trouble. Maybe she got injured and couldn't find us. Like the dad from A Little Princess.
That was the Shirley Temple movie. In the book, the dad really is dead.
Joe, come on, we're gonna be late for school.
Joe, there's an explanation for this. I promise. Now, please, don't go digging in the past.
I thought you'd be different from everybody else. But no one's on our side.
Our side?
Gotta go.
Still 102. I knew you shouldn't be playing around in the park at night with your feeble constitution.
Can I watch TV?
It's bad for your eyes. I'm going to lunch in Crown Lake. Try to sleep.
I'm not tired.
Then read a book.
6 students from the student body will be elected to the Phoenix Court, the princes and princesses of Attaway. Then at the dance, we'll announce the king and queen.
Late again, Miss Chambers. That's another demerit. Any questions, class?
How do we know you're not stuffing the ballot box to get yourself elected?
Mrs. Jenkins is tallying the ballots herself. You'll have to fill them out by noon at her office by the library. You know what that is, right, Alice?
Bobby, you gave seat 4's tuna melt to seat 2.
Sorry, I'll go.
No, I fixed it.
Oh.
It seems like you just do exact opposite of everything I ask.
I get the feeling we're not talking about tuna melts here.
They're my kids. They're all I have in the world. You come waltzing in from out of town after how many years?
But is this about tryouts? I was just trying to be helpful. Junior should be out in the world making friends, not cooped up back here all day working.
I'm trying to teach him to make responsible choices.
Are you ever gonna forgive me?
Seat 3 needs ketchup.
Have you spoken to your mom?
I'm not speaking to her, and she's not even acknowledging me.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Well, Uncle Bobby saw the photo.
How?
I had a Xerox in my bag.
Hey. What?
Nothing.
Okay. Then what were you two just talking about?
Math
Phoenix
homework.
Fest.
Okay. Do you think I'm stupid? FH, the secret rendezvous is in Miss Jenkins' office. Just tell me. I have something I need to tell you too.
Fine.
But you can't tell anyone.
So here's the story.
Joe Fitzroy, Mr. Ray Chambers. Ooh, juicy.
And then she attacked her mom. Claws out, red face, spit flying.
Oh my goodness, how unattractive.
If you ask me, she's too unstable to be planning Phoenix Fest.
She won't get my vote.
She better not. I mean, even Betty would be more fit for queen than Cathy.
So what do we do?
Well, I've been thinking.
Joe's uncle found the photocopy this morning, and that's that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Joe, at the party, you said there was something I needed to tell you. It's this.
I don't understand. Does Lenny Alvarez work for your parents?
This is a personal check. How'd you get this?
Came in the mail this morning.
So you went digging in Lenny's trash without us?
Can't be.
What? What? What can't be?
I wasn't always Ellen Powell. That's my mom's name. I was born Alan Alvarez. Lenny is my father.
I could have sworn that your dad killed my mom.
Joe, he's innocent. That's why I came back here to prove it. And this photo could be the key.
This whole time, you following me, it's because you're Lenny's son.
It was like that, and then I got to know you.
How can I be so stupid?
At least hear him out, Joe.
You said it yourself. Nothing that happened that day could be taken at face value. Can't that be applied to my family, too?
We can't blame him for his father's mistakes. If anyone should understand that, it's us.
So you're on his side?
I'm not on anyone's side.
You don't get it. You've never had to deal with anything in your entire life.
That's not fair.
Maybe people like you can pay their way out of their problems.
It's not my fault your dad works a blue-collar job.
Yeah, poor penniless Joe Chambers.
It's not what I said.
Same old Kathy Fitzroy. Spoiled, spineless, and meek. Kathy needs a boy or her mommy or me to tell her what to do. Well, here's my last order. Leave me alone.
It would be so swell to be on the court.
Forget about that. We got the big Millwood game to worry about.
You boys only care about sports.
Children, this is Miss Jenkins. We've tallied the votes. This year's Phoenix Fest court is as follows. Baird Snyder, Melanie McLaughlin, Alice Hargrove, Lawrence DuPont III,
What?
Thomas Jr. Chambers, and Kathy Fitzroy. Your king and queen will be announced at Phoenix Fest. Thank you.
Nice job, Junior. You're gonna be our secret weapon in the game.
Screw these Chambers kids. No other place in this town.
They've positively infected poor Kathy. She made a big deal about running Phoenix Fest. Now she and that Raggedy Ann Joe have totally ditched the last few meetings.
What are you trying to say?
That maybe your moves are best served at the diner.
I don't think you want to do this right now.
Try me.
Gentlemen.
Forget this.
I feel like we're betraying Joe.
We're helping Joe. My dad's innocent, and the truth will set him free. Let's go to my room.
Whoa. I thought this was our investigation.
If I'd known you were working the same case, we could have combined forces.
Bobby, so glad you're back. Okay, so Alan is Lenny's son, and I showed her the picture of Mom, and that's when Kathy and him... Dad, I'm sorry, I can explain.
No. I think it's time for me to. Your Uncle Bobby, he told me what you've been up to.
Thanks a lot, Uncle Bobby.
It's not your Uncle Bobby's fault. It's mine. Look, there are things that I need to explain to you.
Like what Mom was doing outside the factory after the fire?
Your mom died in the fire, Joe.
She was outside.
She made it outside alive. But then she went back in. Joe, she went back inside to save another woman who was trapped. It's hard for me to talk about your mom, Joe. That's why I don't do it much. And I see now that that was my mistake. I'm sorry. It's just me most of the time. I'm not your Uncle Bobby. There are things that I don't know how to do.
Dad, you really don't have to apologize.
Look, all the same, I'm sorry for everything.
These are all I could recover from the Attaway times. If you look at this picture, you can see Joe's mother.
It looks exactly like the picture Mrs. Jenkins gave me.
Now look closer. That's the last person to ever talk to her. Look at her hand.
She's wearing a ring.
Which looks exactly like...
That woman's ring. Fiona Hovack? I thought her name was Jane Hovack.
Jane was the other woman who died in the fire, but the lady standing next to Frances isn't Jane. That's Jane's mother, Fiona Hovack.
Do you think there's a chance she could still be alive?
Only one way to find out.
Sorry, I'm such a mess. I'm here to see my granny.
Oh, well, what's her name, dear? Just have to check the guest list to see that you're authorized.
Her name is...
You poor thing. You must be Mrs. Archibald's granddaughter. Well, Dolores is still holding on. You can...
Oh, that's her. Granny Dot.
Okay. Well, there, sweetheart. Let me just take you to her room, okay?
Oh, no. I'm fine. I want to clean myself up in the bathroom before I go in. She always said, "Be brave, my darling girl. Always be brave."
Okay.
And that is how you prepare a chicken a la king for your king.
Now, just a moment, children. I need a word with Mrs. Fitzroy. Where's Kathy?
I'm afraid it's that time of the month for the third time this month.
Joe Chambers? A word? Since your sidekick is cutting out again, I'll address my questions to you.
Such as?
Such as, the Phoenix Fest is now 2 weeks away, and I've heard barely a peep from Kathy. The PTA requested food and drink 3 weeks ago, and nobody has apprised the cheerleaders, the marching band, or poor Artie the Armadillo of the plans for the Millwood game.
I just think we've had other things on our minds.
Just as I suspected. Well, when you do find Kathy, please let her know that I've installed a new committee chair, effective immediately.
Who?
That would be me. We could use an extra hand pulling pom-poms.
I'm sorry. I have better things to do.
Keep doing that, you're gonna become Millwood's hometown hero.
Very funny. Maybe I should have tried out for bowling instead.
Nah, you just gotta keep your head in the game. You mind? Back home, we used to play horse. You game?
Oh. As long as that last shot didn't count as age.
Mrs. Hoback?
Phalaenopsis.
Excuse me?
Phalaenopsis, also known as the moth orchid. Beautiful organism. It's been so long. Is Jane with you?
Jane? She's been gone for 10 years.
Gone, you say? My Jane? But she never leaves my side.
No one's seen Jane since the day of the fire.
A fire, you say? How awful.
Yes, an awful fire. At the factory on High Street.
The fire? Yes. It was a sight to see. All of Attaway came out. Oh, I shouldn't like to think of it.
But you do remember that day.
I was on my way to the butcher's, wasn't I? She liked to fix him a T-bone.
Fix who a T-bone?
Here you are, Mrs. Hoback. Nice flowers again. Every week, like clockwork. I'll just leave these here on the dresser. Is everything all right, Mrs. Hoback? You seem a little on edge.
Hey, kiddo. Oh, why the long face? Tough day?
Sometimes I just can't stand it there.
Well, you're lucky your old man's out on business. So. What can I fix for you?
Everything. It's all broken.
Grilled cheese then?
Make it a double.
Got it.
Dang, that wasn't half bad.
Hey, you know me, real Bill Russell.
Why didn't you go out for the team?
Sports weren't as hip at my school. Besides, everyone here in Attaway seems to be stuck in the 50s.
Yeah, it's a quiet town, no doubt. But you knew that already, didn't you?
What do you mean?
I may look like a dumb jock, but I'm not stupid. Joe was blabbering on the phone to Kathy all night about you.
So, you know who I am, yet you're still playing ball with me.
I don't make the measure of a man based on what his father did. My own dad taught me that much.
After the fire, my mom took us away. She couldn't take it, the hearing the sentence. An entire town with fire in their eyes for Lenny Alvarez. She says people spat at her, vandalized our house. I mean, someone apparently even tried to set fire to it. He's innocent, you know? He wouldn't do that. I swear it.
Look at the past is the past. My mom's not coming back. You're all right in my book. For now. But you break my sister's heart, I'll break your legs.
And what does she have to do with this?
Isn't that what you came here for? To see if you could ask Joe to the Phoenix Fest?
All right, yeah. A very perceptive jock. I don't know. She's really sore with me at the moment. I mean, if it's not too much to ask, do you think you could put in a word?
I can't promise anything. Joe's a tough cookie, and she plays by her own rules. Oh, that's horse.
Ta-da! Been a while since I made you one of those.
Still just as good. Can I ask you a question?
Shoot.
Why did you leave Attaway and all of us?
Well, it's complicated, Joe. There's a part of me that never fit in here. But mostly it's because of something I did. Something that, well, I can't forget, and that your father will never forgive.
What is it, Bobby? It's my family too. I have a right to know.
I'm afraid that if I tell you, you're gonna think less of me.
Please don't tell me you started the fire.
No, I didn't start it. I certainly didn't help.
Bobby? What do you mean?
Well, he used to come in around lunchtime. Not hungry, just wanting company. He was particularly down that day, fretting about bills and troubles with his boss. I was young then. Stupid. That's what I was. And of course, he didn't just want to drink alone.
Wait, are you telling me that he came in that day?
It was just another day, Joe. Just another Tuesday. So I poured him one. And then 2, and 3. He said he was fine, and he always was. And so he left, went off to the factory, and I was stuck here with a bunch of dirty glasses. Do you hate me?
No, I don't.
Well, that makes one of us. Anywhere you like. The thing is, Joe, if you can find it in your heart to forgive a wretch like me, why can't you do the same for your friends? You gotta appreciate the good things in life when you have them, Joe. And people you love, people who love you, those are the good things. And you never know when they'll be gone.
Fitzroy. Yes? Hello, Principal Hurley. How are you? Catherine, ditching again?
Mrs. Hovack? It's me, Frances Chambers. Jane's friend.
Frances? But where's my Jane?
She's in the building, and it's on fire.
A fire? But where's my Jane?
It was Lenny Alvarez, wasn't it?
Who is Lenny? Jane! Jane, where'd you run off to, Jane? Jane! Oh, I bet she just went back to her piano.
No, Fiona, I need to find her.
She's always crawling outside. She won't ever stay in her crib.
I need to know about the fire, Mrs. Hovack. Who started it? Was it Lenny?
Who is Lenny? Jane! Jane! Jane!
Mrs. Hovack, please be quiet.
You murdered my daughter. You murdered my Jane. You and that man. Murderers. Murderers. It's your fault. You have to find her. You go back in there. You go back in there.
It will not happen again, I assure you. We are in complete agreement. You too, sir.
We need to address the situation with Kathy before it gets further out of hand.
Phoenix Fest was fast approaching, which meant kids had already started coupling off for the dance.
Looks great, babe. Yeah.
Lawrence, of course, had asked Alice, as they were favored for king and queen.
Ah, glad to see you at school today, Kathy.
Glad to be here.
Do you know how I punish the most delinquent students, Kathy?
How?
I have them alphabetize the report cards in my office. They go back to 1903.
In fact, it seemed like everyone had a date in school except, you guessed it, me and Joe Chambers.
Miriam, will you go to the dance with me?
Yes.
Yeah?
Not that we didn't have offers.
Hey.
Oh, hi. It's you. You sure you're allowed to talk to me?
I should hope so. It'd be mighty odd to go to the dance together and not talk.
What?
Catherine Fitzroy, will you please accompany me to the Phoenix Fest?
You shouldn't have.
I had to.
No, I mean, you really shouldn't have. Not because I don't want to. I do.
So...
But I can't. Not when your sister won't even look at me.
Maybe she'll come around. Hey, are you coming tomorrow?
To the Nola game? Wouldn't miss it.
Good, because I need all the luck I can get.
Hey, Junior, think fast.
All that stood between us and Phoenix Fest was the big game against Millwood. And tensions were running high.
I appreciate the aggression, Lawrence, but save it for Millwood. I don't want anyone to get injured. Again!
But no one knew just how high tensions were running and just how close the town was to boiling over.
Golly, Ray, you knock?
What's this?
It's Flaubert.
I mean this. Who is FH? And why is Mom hiding his letter in a book about a dirty cheater?
You're too young for this, Ray. Just know that people aren't always who they seem. Also, stay out of my room.
Joe! It's game day! Get up! Rise and shine. When you rise, you get up, and when you shine, you sparkle. Get up, get up, get up! On toes!
You ready?
Dad, know you took all this from the diner?
Who do you think brought it home, son? Come on, we're all excited to watch you tonight.
You coming? What about you, sis? You gonna cheer on your bro?
Nothing better to do.
Can you just make up with Cathy already? She won't go to the dance with me until she knows it's right by you.
Okay, got it. So now I'm responsible for your Phoenix Fest prospects? How do you know she just wasn't using me as an excuse?
She cares about you, Joe. I know it's hard to believe. Trust me. I mean, it is for me too. A girl like Cathy with a girl like you. But please think about it. It really helped me focus on the game. And I can tell you really want to.
She said you and that man killed Jane. Like there was two people.
Yeah, but how does that tie into your mom's letter, and how is my dad involved?
I don't know, but when I said Lenny Alvarez, it didn't seem to ring a bell.
Seems like it all just leads back to...
FH.
What about him?
Hey.
So...
Look, I'm sorry, Joe. I never should have said. I didn't mean it.
No. I'm sorry. To both of you. And acting like a real phony. And I never should have called you meek or spineless. Because you're not.
I mean, if anyone here is meek or spineless, it's me. I should have been honest with you.
I don't get along with a lot of people. And your friendship to me, it's important, and I really don't want to...
It's good to have you back, Chambers. Glad we gotta catch you up.
Me too.
All right, guys, gather around. Well, here it is, the big game. Now, I'm not gonna say much because an armadillo is, well, a man of few words. It's been a tough season. We've got some fresh blood, some shifting roles, but here is where it all pays off, huh? All right, hands in. 1, 2, 3, go team!
Oh, sorry.
Junior, you okay?
Coach, I'm good. I'm good.
Lawrence?
Yes, Mr. Richards. Oh. No, Junior, what happened?
You're starting.
Anything for the team.
What? No, I can play, Coach.
I'm not going to take any chances.
I still can't believe you broke into a nursing home.
I still can't believe your Uncle Bobby kept that in for so long.
I can believe my dad was dead drunk. Maybe he actually is guilty.
It wasn't him, Alan.
There's only one person that can connect all the dots. And that's...
Hurry along, children. Millwood turned out their whole town. We need every booster we can find.
Well, you know me. Practically a cheerleader.
How positively exciting, all those strapping young men locked in hand-to-hand combat. Oh, let's go.
Are you coming?
The records. They date back to 1903.
Excuse me?
We're giving ourselves attention.
And we're just about ready for the big homecoming game.
Hey, didn't Junior say he was starting?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Hey, have you seen Joe? She was supposed to meet us here.
So earlier, Principal Hurley told me that he punishes kids by making them alphabetize report cards.
So you want to help out instead of watching the game?
No, I'm gonna find a missing student. We're gonna find FH or get caught trying. Just go with it. I'll go in first to make sure that nobody's there, and then you two just stay here and act natural.
So, how did it all start? You know, your dad's drinking. Sorry, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
Okay, well, my mom says he always drank. But for fun, like for parties. But then he hurt himself on the floor and he drank for the pain. And then the fire and us leaving. At that point, he just drank to forget, I guess.
Hey, I've been thinking. You know, I have to go to the dance because of Cathy and Phoenix Fest.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I should go too.
Will you go with me?
You're asking me to the dance.
I know it sounds stupid, but like, Cathy's going with my brother.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, yeah, great, good. Yeah.
Good.
Cool.
Hey! The secretary finally left. Let's go.
They're approaching the center circle. The ref's bringing the ball in. And the Armadillos win the tip-off. Ball goes to Lawrence DuPont, the starting point guard, as he brings it up to the front court. And Millwood goes man-to-man. DuPont comes off the screen, drives in the lane, shoots. And it's 2-0 Armadillos. Good start for Attaway. And now here come the Muskrats from Millwood. Up bringing the ball is Jimmy Carl McGrogan.
Hey, Fitzroy, you see my girl, Joe?
No, but a boy can dream.
Where is she?
Well, Alice really does get bad grades.
Joe, you've got to go back to at least the 40s.
Look, I'm all in for tracking down leads, but this seems like a wild goose chase.
FH is in here somewhere, I swear.
What do we do when we find him? We know that he's sent love letters to your mom, and now he sends flowers to Jane Hovak's mom.
At least we'll be one step closer. Keep looking.
And that's 8 successive points for Attaway. It's tied 50-50. We're all square. And now Millwood is bringing the ball up once again. McGrogan again brings up the ball, and oh, there's a lot of contact right at midcourt.
That's on you, Tim.
There's some trouble brewing.
What are you, blind, dumb, deaf? Oh, we have Helen Keller
You're outta
repping the
here.
biggest game.
Get out. Lawrence DuPont just kicked out of the game for giving the ref the business. Now who's gonna fill his shoes?
Hey, how's that ankle?
Good enough. Put me in, coach.
Oh, it looks like it's gonna be Junior Chambers. He's getting a nice ovation from the crowd as we have an inbound pass just to my left.
That's our boy.
We've looked through the entire 1940s. Not a sign.
What if FH didn't go to Attaway? What if he's like a pen pal or something?
We've got to be missing something.
Yeah, we are missing something. The basketball game? My dad's gonna kill me.
Be careful with that back layup. And 5's got your number.
Thanks, but I've got it.
Doesn't look like it.
Maybe it's hard to see from the bench.
Should sock you right now.
Hey! Knock it off. Representing Attaway. Act like men.
And with 5 minutes left on the game clock, it's a real nail-biter, folks. Tie ball game. Once again, so many lead changes, so many ties. This is one for the ages.
Go, Millwood!
Nurse Habermeyer,
Hey!
what brings you here?
My boy plays for Millwood. Go, Charlie! Sorry about the other day, huh? What a commotion.
Pardon?
Well, a little girl broke into the room. Can't for the life of me figure out why.
What girl?
Fake name, 13 or 14? Well, good luck to you, Frank.
Frank. Frank Hurley, FH!
Madam Bovary. Another letter.
It's like I've loved you forever. From another time, another place, throughout eons.
Folks, this is one of those good old-fashioned seesaw battles.
But in this time, in this place, I cannot continue to act upon those feelings. You can't act on those feelings.
9, 8, 7, 6.
You're getting married, Frank, to Jane. And you know how she is. If she finds out, she'll kill me. I swear, she'll kill us all.
2, 1.
Okay, stop. I'm gonna vomit.
Wait, so...
Don't you get it? My mom and Principal Hurley are in love.
That can't be.
It's all right here in my mom's letter. Jane was going to kill them, but they got to her first. And then they killed your mom and got Alan's dad to take the fall for it. They're murderers.
Kathy, come on, don't you think that's a little bit of a stretch?
It's like the Twilight Zone.
Our family, the fire, it's all connected.
My friends didn't want to say it out loud, but it was obvious what had happened. My mother had an affair with Frank Hurley, who was engaged to Jane Hovak. When Jane found out and threatened to expose her, they killed her. And they killed Joe's mom. I was the daughter of a stone-cold killer. As Phoenix Fest approached, Attaway was changing. The leaves turned golden yellow and flaming red and fell from the trees. Long sunny afternoons became long dark nights, and iced tea became hot chocolate. Summer was officially over. And even though I'd been dethroned from the planning committee, I still had my work cut out for Phoenix Fest. Because as much as I wanted to quit, I needed to make sure I stayed on that committee for my own reasons. For our own reasons. Because our plan to take down my mother and Frank Hurley depended on it. Everything was to happen at the dance.
Girls, listen, everyone, there's been a tragedy.
And then, the day before Phoenix Fest, something terrible happened.
Here is a bulletin. What happened this morning just an hour ago. Since that electrifying flash came over the wires, that bullet shots had been heard to ring out in the Kennedy motorcade.
We talked about canceling Phoenix Fest, but Principal Hurley decided against it. He said the day was about the community coming together.
From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern.
To commemorate and heal. But for our part, we would not be dissuaded from justice because of yet another injustice.
You know what you're supposed to do, right?
Yes, for the millionth time. You know what you're supposed to do?
Absolutely not.
You wearing a dress is now part of the plan. You have no excuse.
Except for pride, integrity, human decency, and shame. Pure, utter shame.
I'm only letting you out of the house for the night, Kathy.
I'm aware.
So am I.
The boys just rang. They'll be here at 6.
Thanks. I can't wait to see the look on her face. You're going, so you might as well accept that you're going to be wearing a dress.
Over my dead body. Actually, not even then. Remind me to amend my wail.
Fine. Alan will think you're beautiful no matter what you're wearing. Hey! Wow. Joe, you look beautiful.
You look great. I mean, shucks.
The word is beautiful, Alan. Stunning, out of this world.
Beautiful, stunning, out of this world.
You look fantastic.
Thanks. You look okay too.
Shall we?
Wow.
Can't believe this is the same exact place we played Millwood.
Reminding us of your big victory, Junior?
Aw, can it, Joe?
Where's your dad?
Couldn't get him to come. Town event and all.
Lucky. Mine are already here.
Where's Bobby and your dad?
They're coming after they finish up at the diner. At least I think. Hopefully in time.
In time for what?
He's here.
What, Principal Hurley? Why wouldn't he be? Hey, Teach! Shh. Is something up?
Punch!
Hey! Where's your Billy Mays ball?
Yeah, we just wanted to play catch with you.
What's wrong? You don't want to play with us?
Get off me! Yeah, what would your mommy say? How rude.
Hey!
Hey, Coach. We were, just helping out a friend here.
Were ya?
Uh-huh.
Tripped and fell. Total accident.
Yeah, I've heard it all before. Why don't you two scram?
Can I hold it?
Maybe someday, kid. Run along. Get back to the dance.
I went to the library and made the Xeroxes just like you said.
Huh?
Surprise for later. You wouldn't want to ruin it.
Keep those safe until Hurley gets on stage, then finally the play doesn't start until then.
What do we do until the plan does start?
What plan?
The plan is to dance.
Dance, okay.
This is actually a good way to spy on Hurley.
Yeah, we each take a side.
One of us always has our eyes on him.
And you look over my shoulder, I'll look over yours.
Maybe we should move closer to maximize our advantage, you know? I don't know, just an idea.
Nice job, Chambers.
Must be nice being our new local hero.
I don't usually like attention. But to be honest, it's not so bad. You know, I know how Lawrence got so stuck up.
Hope you don't regret taking little old me.
Kathy, how could you say something like that?
I'm just saying there must be a gaggle of girls after you now.
Nah, just you. Although I didn't see you at the game. You or Joe.
Huh. How curious. Are Alan and Joe kissing?
What?
Never mind.
Ow! No wonder why you blew the game 2 left feet.
Wasn't my fault.
Hush. Speaking doesn't suit you. And so long as we win Phoenix Court, that's all that matters. Everything rides on it. Everything.
through this.
Where are you going?
This isn't part of the plan.
Well, that's my cue.
Okay, don't be nervous.
Joe Chambers, in a dress without stains.
Principal Hurley, also known as FH.
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Come on.
Hello, everyone.
Move. They're announcing Phoenix Court.
Not quite yet, Miss Hargrove.
Hurry up, please.
I hope that you are all enjoying our first annual Phoenix Fest.
Alan, you're clear on the plan, right?
Yes, Chambers. Ray's meeting me back here.
But not until after the Phoenix Court is announced.
I got it. I promise. I want this just as bad as you do.
When we came up at first with the idea for this little event, some questioned whether it was in the best taste.
Kathy, are you ready to face your mom? I'll be right behind you.
No. But yes.
Do you have the letters?
Right here.
Let's do this.
But to me, it seemed like the perfect marriage. Some of you are too young to remember, but Jane Hovack, one of the victims of the fire, was my fiancée. I don't talk about it often, but she is in my mind and in my heart every day.
I need to talk to you.
Hush. I'm trying to listen to the principal.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Excuse me, miss? Where did you find these?
Does he know? Do you? Doesn't matter. Everyone's gonna know soon enough.
What are you on about, Catherine?
Mom cheated on you with Principal Hurley, then she killed his fiancée in the fire. And I'm going to the police.
You silly girl.
She did. We have proof.
Go ahead. Destroy more evidence. You think we didn't make copies? Welcome to the 20th century.
Both of you. Come with me right now.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Let's go. Now. Let's go.
Where are they going?
No.
No, Ray.
In the darkest hours, I sought comfort anywhere and everywhere. Ultimately, it was Jane's piano, music, that brought me back from my darkest hour. So, to begin our program, please help me to welcome the Attaway Acapellas who will be singing Pachelbel's Canon in D.
How can you sit there and do nothing when she betrayed you with Principal Hurley?
I didn't have an affair with Frank Hurley. Your mother did.
What?
For once in your life, just stop lying.
I'm so sorry to have to tell you this, Joe. I have tried to protect Fran's secret for all these years. She was my friend.
What?
It was when Thomas went away to Korea. He never told Fran that he was enlisting, and then he got deployed. She was angry and lonely, alone with 2 small kids at home. Her and Frank were old friends from school, and they reconnected at the diner. Your mother never knew that your father was injured until he came walking right back through your front door. And she broke it off with Frank right away. But it was too late. Jane already found out about the affair.
From the letters.
Yes, from the letters. She showed up at work that day to confront Francis.
She had a pistol. But the shot missed your mother and hit a gas line. The whole place, well, it burst into flames. There was nothing we could do. I managed to get your mother out, all right, but, well, she was a lot like you. Stubborn.
No. She was guilty.
There was no stopping her when she saw Jane Hovak's mother. She ran back in, and then...
And then what? What happened in the factory?
We'll never know. The two of them never made it out alive.
Thank you. That was lovely. Now, what you've all been waiting for.
Ray. Showtime.
So as you can see, there was nothing we could do except mourn with the rest of the town.
Even if you're telling the truth, and even if you didn't kill Francis, how would Lenny fit into all of this?
Well, that's
A stickier situation. I had laid off Lenny that morning. He was drunk.
an incorrigible drunk.
Anyway, there was no way he could be operating machinery or supervising anyone. Well, it simply wasn't safe. So the arrangement was really a good deal for all parties involved.
An arrangement? Do we really need to spell this out for you, dear? Lenny took the fall for the fire, and we paid him off to keep quiet.
With a little, convincing, the DA reduced the sentence to a year, and Lenny's been a monthly expense ever since.
Wait. If it was all Jane's fault, then why did you cover it up in the first place?
As I said, Francis was my friend, and we didn't need a scandal following our family's good name.
Not to mention the insurance company would have coughed up a cent if there wasn't gross negligence involved.
This was for your good, Kathy. Yours and Ray's.
This year's Phoenix Court was a tight race, I'm told.
No. Kathy, they're announcing the court. Alan!
Your Phoenix Fest King and Queen are Junior Chambers and Alice Hargrove. What is everybody reading?
No, Alan, don't. We had it wrong. It's not what it seems.
Can I, please?
Kathy's mom? What a floozy. Nothing like her prude daughter.
No. Joe.
Dad, I didn't mean to.
What have you done? Your mother wrote this letter. How could you do this to me? To us?
I thought it was gonna make it all go away.
Dad, I didn't
They're all liars, son. You should go back with your mother. It's a town of liars. Celebrating this godforsaken day. Get off! No! Tired of hiding.
Lenny,
You rat scum. You deserve everything coming your way.
Just like that, it was all over. Or so we thought.